For anyone who thought that maybe those tariffs that Donald Trump wanted to put in place against Canada and Mexico would likely be gone for good after his little 30-day reprieve that he gave both countries a little over a week ago, rest assured, those tariffs are in fact coming back. See, it seems that Donald Trump has finally been made aware of the fact that both Canada and Mexico pretty much rolled him, and the concessions that they made in order to get the tariffs postponed were all things that they had already agreed to do. In fact, some of them, like the case of Mexico sending 10,000 people to the border, was actually less than what they were already doing. So Trump got played by Justin Trudeau. Trump got played by Claudia Sheinbaum. He got played by everybody. And during the interview that he did with Fox News prior to the Super Bowl, it appears that he has finally understood that, yeah, he didn't actually get the things that he says he got, and he is not happy. So Trump announced in that Fox News interview that those tariffs are likely coming back. And of course, those concessions that both Canada and Mexico gave to him are just not good enough. Here is what Trump said. When asked, if he was happy with the concessions, he said, no, it's not good enough. Something has to happen. It's unsustainable, and I'm changing it. I'm changing it, he says. After they had this agreement, granted, it's not a treaty, so it's okay, if you kind of walk back on it, but it's also at the same time not okay to walk it back, right? You had this agreement with these countries. Maybe it's in writing, maybe it's not. But you can't change the terms of that agreement. That's not how negotiations work. Both sides agreed, both sides made their concessions, and both sides moved forward with what they agreed to do. And now Donald Trump is out there saying, well, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. It has to change, and I'm going to be the one to change it. Or else he will put those tariffs in place. And I think at this point, Canada and Mexico just need to go ahead and call his bluff and be like, fine, do it. We're going to keep these programs in place that we agreed to do because we're not backing out. You're being a giant a-hole. And if that's not good enough for you, go ahead and put the tariffs on us. Because both of these countries run a trade surplus with the United States. We have a deficit to them, meaning we take more from them than they take from us. So those tariffs that Trump wants to put in place hurt us more than they hurt them. Not to mention the fact that Canada has already proposed retaliatory tariffs that specifically target industries in Trump voting states. So they're going to put retaliatory tariffs on us, on pretty much everywhere, but the harshest ones are targeted directly at the states that put Trump in office. So they're going to screw him, and they're going to screw his voters for putting him into office. So they're far more clever with it and strategic than Donald Trump is. The President of the United States is playing with fire right now. He is showing the rest of the world that agreements that he makes are never good enough. He can back out of them at any time. And he is willing to burn our economy down just because he thinks it proves some kind of point. But it doesn't, and he will lose. The United States will lose. We are outmatched here because the leaders of both Mexico and Canada seem to have properly functioning brains on their in their heads, something we can't say for Donald Trump. So he's pissed off. He's trying to change the terms, and I don't think it's going to work out in his favor. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.